Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Ben is Back. Julia Roberts delivers a riveting performance as a mother swept into a race against time after her troubled 19-year-old son returns home for Christmas and suddenly disappears. Over a turbulent 24 hours, new truths are revealed and a mother's love is tested in this unforgettably powerful film. This is a 2018 film. It is rated R. It runs 108 minutes. Sure. And it stars Lucas Hedges along with Julia Roberts. And this family has actors that you'll know also. And there's a couple supporting cast of this church people and the cops and some drug dealers and stuff. So you might know a couple people along the way. Ben is back. Well, I can't say I ever really heard of this one until it came up on my list of movies that I haven't seen in the last 6 months or so. And I requested it from my library, got it, watched it. Um, I'm just going to get this a second because I don't ever do this, but I'm going to read this again because this is my critique, is the summarization on the back of the sleeve. Julia Roberts delivers a riveting performance as a mother swept into a race against time. Okay, she's not in a race against time. Her and Lucas have this situation where the family dog gets kidnapped. And Lucas has this troubled past where one of his ex uh, let's say contacts in the drug world ends up stealing the dog, and Lucas Hedges, otherwise known as uh anyways, we're just gonna say Lucas says, Mom, it's not safe for you to go where I'm going. I'm gonna take care of this. You gotta trust me. And he goes. So it's not like a race against time, it's just her needing to calm the freak down and honestly just trust him to take care of the situation, go home. If she hasn't heard from him in 24 hours, then she calls the cops. It could be all very straightforward and very neat, but it's Julia Roberts being over dramatic and a stupid character that tries to find him and tries to go after him. And so for when they say a race against time, it's not a race against time. It's just this mother character not listening to the son character and being over dramatic and trying to find him when she shouldn't be. So that's the first thing. Then her troubled 19-year-old son returns home for Christmas. So that's like the nice part of the movie. It's the first hour. If you have never heard of this movie, you want to give it a try, the first hour is really nice. It really is. It's like a normal movie. It's like a normal storyline. Very nice people, very nice characters. You get to know what's going on with Lucas and everything, and they reveal some things, but they don't release others. So you just figure it'll come later. Some things get revealed later, some don't, but I'll get to that in a minute. And so that's fine. That's the nice part of the movie, right? Okay. Lucas suddenly disappears. See, that's going back to the first sentence, is that he doesn't disappear. Like, I don't know why this movie is playing it up like this is a disappearance by the son because the mom freaks out and overreacts and all this stuff when she just needs to listen. I mean, he says right to the movie screen, I'm going to go take care of this. It's too dangerous for you. I will take care of this and I will be back with the dog. It's a pretty simple thing. And just listen. I mean, like, how hard is that for us as an audience to see that on screen that the mother just cannot listen? That's kind of sad. Over a turbulent 24 hours. Okay. So this like is the definition of over dramatic because what is a turbulent 24 hours is Lucas going to this old drug contact, and he does this thing. He gets the dog, and boom, it's not turbulent. It's a assignment. That's how drugs in the drug world people work. Is if you want something, you gotta do something for somebody. It's just how it works. So it's not turbulent. It's a job. It's an assignment. It's just crazy. It's just the way they describe this is crazy. New truths are revealed. Some are revealed. I think this movie creates more questions than it answers. And that's really crazy for a Julia Roberts film. Because, like, we're in church at one point, we get introduced to a person, we don't get any backstory whatsoever. The daughter mentions past Christmases, we don't get a flashback to what those Christmases involved. It just it keeps doing this. This movie, I don't know if they think it's a nice tactic or whatever, but if you raise more questions than you answer, then that doesn't mean you're a good movie. Sorry to tell you. A mother's love is tested in this unforgettably powerful film. It's powerful, and I understand the whole love of the mom being tested, but honestly, they're trying to play up this. This isn't giving anything away. It's right in the movie. Lucas says that he's 77 days clean, something like 78, something like 79, as you get into this Christmas time that they're in for this movie. And, like, why wouldn't you try to understand and be a little bit more forgiving and all this stuff with somebody that's been clean for 77 days? It sounds like a substantial amount of time. And it's like Julie Roberts' character is being told to just throw that out the window and just be completely mistrusting of him the whole time. Sometimes she acts like he's her son, and sometimes not. And it just there's kind of a thing there. I will say this out loud that Lucas Hedges plays, the drug son in this movie, and he is playing a lot of roles lately. I'm seeing him in a lot of movies. I think he's a good actor. I think he's been given a lot of opportunities. I think this movie sucked for Julia and Lucas. I'm not really sure why they decided to involve themselves, along with the dad. He's been in some other things too. But I don't know how this movie got such good actors that have been seasoned and everything. But I think Lucas can do a lot better than this movie. I think he can have more personality. I think he can develop a character more than what he was restricted to in this movie. And I think Julia Roberts just got told to be a freak. I really do. I think they just said, go crazy, be the most over dramatic, protective mother you could ever think of to be. And that was her only direction. And she just went with it and went crazy, went over the top because she's Julia Roberts and she's really that good. So I feel really sorry for everybody involved in this movie. I can't suggest that you watch it. And I'm going to give Ben is Back a C minus. It's really on the border of being one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I really hate that because of who's involved with this. But this honestly just deals with a couple days of some person in the world's 3 days of life and what happens to them because drugs have affected their life and their family. And I mean, I think we could make a movie about every single person in this world's life that has to do with that because a lot of stuff happens when you're in that situation. But somebody decided to make this movie about somebody's 3 days of life, and that doesn't mean make it interesting or movie worthy or anything like that. So there's really not much of a story, and I just really feel sorry for the people involved with this because it really is pretty bad. So a C minus for Ben is Back. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thanks.